Hello and welcome to a quick video to show you how to access your classes for classes such as electronics, hydraulics, pneumatics, simulation game development. All these are going to be using our Netlab system over the coming weeks due to the coronavirus pandemic. And so we're going to show you how to log in and how to do a quick reservation and use your pods. To begin with, your instructor will have sent you the server you are supposed to go to. Right now, I'm going to OLL, which stands for Online Learning Lab, .stanley.edu. I'm going to log in with my student account that would again been provided to you by your instructor and the password. You will have an initial password and then you will be required to change that to a password you will know. So make sure that you log in with that username and password. Once in, you'll be presented with a screen such as this. You'll notice that I can schedule a new lab reservation. So you can just click schedule new lab reservation for myself. It may be in the future that your instructor will give you the ability to do team reservations. For now, however, you can only schedule yourself. So click schedule lab for myself. You will pick the class that you are in. Obviously, if you're in one of Gary's classes for advanced PLCs, motor controls, hydraulic pneumatics, I'm going to use that as an example, or simulation game design. These work exactly the same. So I'm just going to take the first one here, advanced PLCs. You'll notice there's only one lab item that you can click on, and that's this NDG one client pod no lab. You'll click here, and then you will pick one of the available pods. Now, for Gary's classes, we do have 6 pods available. So make sure if the first 4 are in use that you click over to see the others. So I'm going to go over here to pod 6, and I'm going to click. Now, the red line is the current time right now. You also have the option to move forward and to schedule in the future. So if I knew I was going to have time tomorrow, let's say at, and this is in military time right now, but let's just say from lunch until 2 o'clock, I had time. So we can do that, lunch until 2. And by the way, the most number of hours you can do for lab is 4 hours right now. That's the max. But you'll now see once I do that, I've scheduled a lab for the future. So on March 20th, 2020, from 12 to 4 o'clock. Now, here's something very important. If you're not going to use the reservation, let's say for some reason you realize that Friday from 12 to 4 you don't have time to do this lab, please make sure you go in, click on it, and cancel the reservation. If you don't, you're going to be using the resources that your fellow students need. So again, I'm going to cancel this one because I don't obviously need it. I'm not going to be doing reservations in Gary's class. I am going to show you though. I'm going to do a reservation right now. So I'm going to click on Gary's class, the class I'm in. Again, you click on the pod lab. Now, the labs you'll be doing will be given to you by Gary inside of Canvas. There are no documents inside of these labs for you because these are actually going to another PC that are available. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, I'm going to do a 2-hour reservation. And what you will notice is now I have the ability to enter the lab. Now, if I click here, you may get a spinning wheel. This is just the pod booting up. It could take 3 or 4 minutes for the pod to boot up fully. So give it a little bit of time to boot. If you see this, it just means the pod's not running yet. Once it does start running, you will see this. You've got no content again because the content will be whatever Gary asked you to do in your lab. But you will be able to click on the client. And when you do that, you will see this box, which is a Windows 10 machine, virtual machine, which you can just, all you have to do is click connect. You don't have to change anything here whatsoever. Just click connect. That will automatically log you into a real PC that's sitting in our data center that has the software that you are accustomed to using in your classes. So for instance, right now, if I needed to use Automation Studio for one of my classes, I can double click on it. And Automation Studio is going to boot up and you'll be able to use it. Likewise, you'll be able to use Studio 5000 eventually. And to use Studio 5000, you just click on the Windows box and you'll see Studio 5000. So you can actually open up Studio 5000 and create new projects. We've got a licensing issue right now we're working on that will be fixed so that you'll be able to use Studio 5000 just like you could inside of your class. Right now it's going to give me an error message saying it cannot find the licensing server, and so that will take place. But you'll see here, this is the Automation Studio. You can pull out your engines, you can do whatever you need to do. So this is available for you to use. I'm going to close this because I obviously don't need this project. And Studio 5000 Logic Designer is booting, but it will be working once we get everything fixed up and running. So It's actually trying to go out now and find the license server, and the license server is not currently available. So, and that's why we're having issues with it, but we will get that fixed. And obviously you get this, it's in a grace period right now. And so we'll have to get that fixed. Okay. So we're working on that, and that will be fixed for you. So Studio 5000 will be usable in the future. All right. Once you're done with a lab, all you have to do is click on reservation, end reservation now. Click yes, and that will end the reservation and clear the pod up. Now, please make sure you do this. Make sure you end your reservation. Let's say you've scheduled it for 4 hours, but you finish the lab in 2 hours. Please end your reservation. Otherwise, that pod will still be reserved for you, and your fellow classmates will not be able to use it. I hope this video has been useful. Everyone stay safe and well during this extremely crazy time.